Lining up to buy the latest video game, playing it, completing it, and moving on. That used to be the way it was done in the console world, but
that's not the case nowadays.
Welcome to the world of the add-on.
The add-on is the games industry's way of keeping you hooked, and here's how it works. In this case, you've got Dark Souls 3, $59.99 for this game, but that is not the end of the transaction. This manufacturer wants you to keep spending, so they offer things like the Ringed City, $14.99 on top, a season pass just shy of $25. You can buy different characters, different weapons, different worlds, all of these things to keep the game organic, fluid, keep you online, but also keep the money rolling in to their pockets.
They're trying to build a community around an IP, an intellectual property, so that people become almost addicted.
Ray Corsillo doesn't just play games.
Don't use the sniper rifle, use your shotgun, you're in close range, come on!
He writes about them for a living and knows how this industry works, inside out.
So there's three groups. There's the CEOs, the publishers, the bigwigs. They're happy because their profit margins have never been higher. Then there's the developers. They're the creative types, the ones who actually make the games. They're having to split resources now between working on a new project and continuing to support the old one. Then you have the consumers who are being strung along, being promised new content, new things about the old game, and they're being charged for it on top of the initial fee of actually purchasing the main game.
And they are paying in their billions. $4.8 billion, 2016's worldwide spending for add-ons. That is almost double 2012's spending amount. It is expected to reach $5.2 billion next year. The question is, does all of this cannibalize sales of newer titles? Answer:
it hasn't affected sales as much as you might think.
On the other side of LA, the other side of this story, mobile games.
Content and brands are starting to have a different kind of relationship with people to the way they used to have a few years ago.
Best Fiends is their big draw here. Keeping it fresh keeps the money coming in, around $100,000 a day.
We continually update our experience with new characters, new worlds, new adventures, new content.
The model here, different from console games.
After all, it's free to download from the App Store and Google Play.
No upfront charge. You just pay for the add-on or watch ads instead. So you get the game and the developer still gets the cash.
A great trick on really, really good mobile free-to-play design is to create an experience where people who pay have a great time and people who don't want to pay also have that same brilliant experience. So always the trick for us is trying to find the balance and to make sure that people can have a good experience whether they want to pay or not.
So while it may be game over for the traditional play and go game, for the live experience it is anything but. This one is only just beginning. Phil Lavelle, CGTN, Los Angeles.